Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on Arrow Season 7. So Arrow is back tomorrow for when this video will go live on YouTube. We've got the mid-season premiere, so get your green hoods on and your guy liner out because it's time to shoot some bows. And no better way to warm up before shooting some bows by going over a really interesting interview with the showrunner for Arrow, that being Beth Schwartz, who is absolutely killing it this year. So massive shout out to her. So this is from TV Guide, so we'll just go through the questions, her answers, and then give some thoughts if needed. And yeah, but of course, let me know in the comment section down below your various thoughts on the various topics brought up, because I'm sure you guys will have various opinions on them. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video and you're hyped for Arrow back tomorrow, be sure to drop a like on the video to show your support. What are we going to find out about Emiko's backstory and how she ended up in Star City? We're going to find all of those answers out in episode 10. The episode basically can be told from her perspective, and we're going to find out what her mission is, why she put on the suit, and basically everything that she's been up to so far. So really, what Beth says there has answered all my questions, because if you watch my trailer breakdowns for Arrow, and us sort of for episode 10 specifically, and going on about, okay, episode 10 is called My Name is Emiko Queen, so you know, are they really going to like focus completely on her, or is it just going to be like an introductory episode where we find out that her name is, you know, Emiko Queen? So I actually can't wait to find all of that out. Like her mission, and I guess not necessarily why she put on the suit, but like how she led to put on the suit is basically what I'm looking forward to the most. But this leads on into the next question from Beth, or the next answer from Beth, which is, will we find out how Robert Queen, you know, James Sheridan who plays him, fits into her life story? Yeah, so we're going to find out what Robert did. Oliver's going to find out as well in this episode, and he's going to obviously have a strong reaction to finding out he has a half-sister, another secret that his father kept, and Felicity will be there to support him in this journey. So I'm not too sure if Beth is saying that in episode 10 Oliver will find this out, because that surprises me. I thought they might have left that, you know, for an episode or two, because we still have like, what, 12 or 13 episodes of this season, so I thought they might have, like, you know, let Emiko do her own thing and us get used to her without Oliver knowing about her. So hard to tell if Beth, Beth is you know, referring to episode 10 being when we find all this out. But that's what it sounds like. So okay, I can't wait for episode 10 now, because it seems like we're going to be getting a big info bomb of everything Emiko Queen and her backstory. I feel like at this point Oliver should not be surprised by any of his crazy family drama. I agree, ha ha ha, but at the same time it's like, how much crazier can things get, and then they just keep getting crazier. Can you speak to the dynamic between Oliver and Emiko? Is it combative, or is there some understanding there? It's definitely not understanding from Emiko's side, because she was abandoned by the Queen family, and Oliver's going to take it on himself to, as he does, our hero that we love, to redeem what his father did and want to have a relationship with her. So yeah, this is what I expected. I did expect some sort of resistance from one of the parties, and it just seems like Emiko is probably going to be the one that's going to be a bit resistant on everything. So yeah, I can't wait for this. You know, we don't have Thea on the show anymore, so it would be good to have, you know, for Oliver to have some sort of family. Sure, he has William, he has Felicity, but, you know, like, you know, actual family, you know what I mean? Like, William I know is blood, but, you know, he's not as good as I think like Emiko and Thea, you know, could and will be. So I can't wait for this. Now that he's officially affiliated with the police, how does that change the way Oliver operates as the Green Arrow? Well, there's definitely going to be conflict there, because he is not used to following rules, especially rules of the law. And so there will be conflict between how the SCPD does stuff and growing pains of how the two differ. How he fights crime or the SCPD does. So this doesn't surprise me. I've sort of been like wondering if there's going to be some conflict between the two. I did see a sneak peek for episode 10, which showed basically some of the SCPD like crime labs people being like not the biggest fans of him, giving him weird looks, and just in general some of the staff from the Star City Police Department giving him weird looks. Hopefully that doesn't last like too long. Hopefully it's like an episode or two and then everyone's just used to him being there, because that keeps going on for episode after episode. Just like, holy crap, like who works at these, like at the SCPD? Just people that are so soft that they can't just deal with this. So hopefully it doesn't stick around too long, that weird treatment, but it doesn't surprise me that there'd be some conflict between the people that are there at the SCPD and just, you know, the Green Arrow is now randomly working for them, so that doesn't surprise me at all. It seems like a lot of what Oliver does could possibly be qualified as police brutality. Yeah, that is definitely true, but it gets the job done, which is his point. Oliver and Felicity went through a little bit of a rough patch in their relationship early this season. How are they doing when we pick back up with them? They're definitely on track. They're back to, in a sense, being normal between each other. There's no friction between the relationship. They have a lot of obstacles in their way, but they'll be a team. It won't separate them. They'll be a force to reckon with. So this doesn't surprise me. Getting off like the whole, force to reckon with and all that, there have been a lot of people saying like, oh, Oliver and Felicity are going to break up. And I'm just like, it'd just be a massive waste of time if like Oliver and Felicity we're going to get to season 7, whether it's the last season, well, it's not going to be because we have the Crisis on, Infinite Earths crossover next year. But if we get to season 7 or season 8, and then Oliver and Felicity just randomly broke up, it would just be a waste of time. Like, I know it was big growing pains, the early stage of Felicity or Olicity in like seasons 3 and 4, actually pretty painful. But if you're going to get through that pain and then season 5 and 6 were okay for that relationship, it just seems like a waste of time. They just throw that all out the door. And it's like, oh, wait, that was a massive waste of time. Sorry for making you not want to watch the show at certain points in those past seasons. So I wouldn't like it if they actually broke up, just because I like to think logically about these shows, and just think that's a really stupid move if you're just going to set them up, spend all this time developing them, and then, oh no, they're not a couple anymore. How silly would that be? Like Supergirl's done that, and people hated that, whether they like the show or whether they like relationships on the show or didn't like the relationships on the show. Spending time on relationship, then just throwing them out the window, it just feels like wasted time. So Arrow should not do that. Oliver and Felicity are going to have to go through a readjustment period when William comes back. Yeah, when he comes back, he will explain a little bit. In the future, we see him and he feels like Oliver and Felicity abandoned him. We'll explain some of that in our present day story and just see how he's been affected by everything, not just this season. Most recently this season, but as well as just everything that happened to him as soon as he knew that Oliver was his father. He's definitely had a rough couple of years, so it will start affecting him, and we'll see that in the present day story. So I'm sort of interested in this. We weren't too sure if we were going to get William back, this soon. I think we all thought we'd get him at some point this season, maybe towards the end. So we're getting him, I think in one of the trailers, you see him in the background. Don't, take that as a fact. There's just a shot where you see like a younger kid in the background. It could possibly be William, but it's like blurred out, so it's hard to tell if it's him. But it's going to be interesting to see, like, if we get William's last interaction with his father and Felicity. That's going to be interesting, but he is still fairly young. Like, the flash forwards are 20 years in the future. So, I don't know, we might not get that this season. Laurel's redemption storyline this year has been a nice journey for her. What can we expect from her in the back half of the season? We're actually in episode 11, which is David Ramsey's directorial debut. It's a fantastic episode and he did such an amazing job. We're going to see some of Laurel's backstory from Earth 2. That will answer how she became a Black Siren, might I say, and the way she is. And will, in the back half of the season, get to the conclusion of, is she redeemable? Is there redemption for her as Black Siren, or is she evil and there's no redemption for her? So firstly, yes, please, Black Siren backstory. I cannot wait. We wanted it last season. There was just a bit too much going on. I think we all thought we'd get it at some point this season, and I cannot wait, to get that. We got like some verbal sort of backstory when she was talking to Felicity earlier on this season, but by the sounds of this, we're going to be getting flashbacks. So I don't know, does that mean we're going to get maybe Earth 2 Quentin Lance? Like, actually, that's probably not going to happen because he died when Laurel from Earth 2 was, 12 or 13, like pretty young. So obviously Katie Cassidy can't play that character. But they could be like a young Laurel and we see Quentin Lance again. Who knows? I'd expect maybe an Earth 2 Oliver. That'd be pretty cool. Like young Oliver before he dies on the Gambit. Zoom. Are we going to get Zoom? That'd be pretty cool because he's a big factor in her going fully evil because what Earth 2 was like. So I'm looking forward to that. Count me in. Will we get to see more of that fun dynamic between her and Felicity? Yes, I love the dynamic between the two of them as well. And I know the actresses love being in scenes together and they've had a really good time this season doing that. Building their relationship, there's going to be a little bit of conflict there that they'll get into because obviously it's complicated when you're friends with someone who used to be a former villain. Now, Laurel and Felicity have had some of the best scenes this season in regards to a duo on screen. Just two people acting it out. I think they've been one of the best, if not arguably the best. So any more of that is a good thing. People are going to complain because it's either they don't like Felicity or they don't like Black Siren or they don't like either of them. But for me, I think they work well together. I think there's a good dynamic there, so I can't wait to see more of that. How much are we going to learn about Black Star and how much skin she has in the game in this future storyline? We are going to learn a lot about her in the next couple of episodes. And specifically, we're doing an all flash forward episode in episode 16, so we will be answering a lot of the questions that we have been posing in the first half of the season. So people will get a lot more information about all of our characters, their backstory, a little more information of what really went on these past 20 years and why we found ourselves in this kind of Star City. So like the Black Siren flashback episode and certain things, sign me up for this episode. From memory, we had a full flashback episode in most of the other seasons that had flashbacks. So season 1 to 5, there might have been like a season or two we didn't get a full flashback episode, but I think we did in most of them. So it's fitting that we get a full flash forward episode as well, and it should be pretty cool. Will Oliver appear in the flash forwards? Will Laurel? Will Felicity? Who knows? Felicity's death in the future has obviously been hanging over our heads for a while. How much are we going to learn about that puzzle, and when is it going to start coming together? We're going to learn a lot about it in the next couple of episodes, but definitely episode 16 is going to be the answer to that mystery and what's been going on in the Glades. In episode 10, actually, we see the Glades for the first time, and we meet Renee in the future, which is exciting. We get to see, as terrible as Star City is, the Glades is a booming city, and that's the happy place of the future. And Renee has a lot to do with that. So we'll see that in episode 10, and then, yeah, the next couple of episodes will start answering a lot of these questions. Should we hold out any hope that Felicity's death just may be like a Roy Harper situation where everyone thinks she's dead, but she's actually alive? Well, I definitely can't say yes or no to that, but there's definitely a lot more to that mystery that will unravel in the next few episodes, especially in episode 16. So is Felicity's death a fake out? Probably, but who knows? Like, they could fake the fake out, but I think it's just better for us to watch and find out. But if you had to put money in it, you'd probably say she's still alive, but I wouldn't say it's like a pure bet, and like a sure bet might say that Felicity's alive. They actually might make her dead and fake the fake out. What was it like shooting the 150th episode as a kind of Green Arrow documentary? Everyone loved it. Honestly, it was such a great experience for everyone all around. The actors, for the writers. Glenn Winter did a phenomenal job. It's way exceeded any expectations when I saw that first cut, and it was really fun. I like to call it, when I first, saw some of that footage, it was like Arrow meets The Office, because it's got some of that fun of our characters being like, what is going on, looking at the camera, which I love. And holy crap, I cannot wait for this. We will have returning characters from past seasons. I think we know that Thea and Sin, are going to be in this episode. And some of you guys might know this if you follow me on Twitter, but The Office is one of my favorite shows ever. And of course, so is Arrow. So mixing those two shows together makes me think I might pass out from excitement and pure joy. Hard to tell, but I have to wait and see. I might not even have to review this episode because I might just be passed out on the couch. Who knows? I cannot wait for this. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on the video to show support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions on what we went over in this video. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.